Hey guys, so doing a little bit of a better video and stuff today, I'd say. I'm going to be showing off some records that I got. I'm going to do the cassette one probably another day. I feel like this one's probably going to take up a decent amount of time, but I'm trying to run through them a little bit quicker. Um, so just going to get started here, and just keep in mind that all of these records, other than one of them, have been finds. So that's why the selection isn't going to be like the best shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, So it's just kind of whatever I find that's kind of decent, right? Because I probably only ever ordered, I would say, I've never ordered any cassettes online. Because here's the thing, I live in the middle of nowhere, so finding something is like, and here's the thing, I do like all this shit, but it's not like, I don't have birds in my bathroom or anything in here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to find that anywhere. But like, so I have ordered one cassette offline. It was a Satanic War Master. It's actually the new one. Um, Exaltation of Cruelty. I bought it for my buddy. So as far as records, only one, which I'll announce it whenever we get there. As far as CDs, I've ordered a few. The CDs, I've got a lot more of them than I have of anything else. Um, so that'll probably be something I do like kind of on down the line a little bit because I got to get all this shit together. My room up here is still kind of fucked. I'm still working on cleaning it too. See this here is fucking palm trees. I've got to scrape this shit off here sometime. I love my wood paneling though. But anyway, so start this off. Um, I found this used and in pretty damn good condition. Okay. I've talked about this before. This is actually the only thing, and I found all these, right? This is the only thing that I have on cassettes, record, and CD. Got CD first, then the cassette, then the record. Like I say, it's in pretty good condition and everything, all things considered. Nothing too special, just got the, you know, typical sleeve, or whatever the fuck you call them. Probably won't drag too many of these out because they're tricky to get back in, but I love this Faster Pussycat. I mean, it's top 10 favorite records of all time. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Next thing here, still wrapped in plastic because I'm that weird guy. I forgot exactly where I found this one at. I did find it. You see my damn reflection of the thing on there, but not the best lighting, but whatever. I just had to pick it up. I know whenever I found it, it's just like $1 or $2. I got this here, Marlboro Represent. Good drinking songs. I mean, it's just some different stuff, right? Like it's a, um, I mean, well, it's cowboy music, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's got like the Magnificent Seven theme, Return of the Seven on there, you know, stuff like that, which, if you didn't know, was based on Seven Samurai, the samurai movie. Um, and then the next one here, I actually really like this one. I've still got my fucking Risk, Grimory, and Aqua, and Panty and Stocking stickers in this. Like just the plastic. I mean, they're not attached, but they're just like kind of in the plastic, you know. But so that's cool. Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley. Here's a certified hillbilly classic. Now, what I really like about this one here, like I say, just good old boys. I mean, it's a it's a really cool song in of itself. Also, Mo Bandy, shout out Bandy the Rodeo Clown, certified redneck classic as well. Um, Fuck it, I'll go ahead and show this one here. So, Shadows Toward My Sky, Forever Lost My Dying Love. The only 7-inch that I have, and I found this here. I didn't know what the fuck it was whenever I bought it. I was like, oh shit, some kind of black metal. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I picked it up. There's a guy at a flea market. that, damn, this glare. Y'all see whatever though. If any of you guys are like super interested in this stuff, I'll show it off again. Like, I got some better quality lighting. But anyways, yeah, so I bought it. It was $4. There's a old guy at flea market. He had a few like metal records, but it was more like just shit you would find. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was only there for like a little while. We had like a little suitcase thing full of just these random ass like 7 inches. This was the one that caught my attention though, like I say, because it being like black metal style and stuff. They're a band from Germany. They're not together anymore or anything, but you know, that was kind of. I don't know if any of you guys have watched any of my other videos. If you have, I'm a little bit older, so I was still like, if something looks cool, you buy it. You know, sometimes, and that's kind of how you ended up with some shit, right? And so we're kind of getting into some that are going to be a little bit more rough shape. Flying Burrito Brothers, best of. Now, one thing that's neat about this one here is, see, originally, I don't know if you can tell. Let me see if I can get that in there. Devil in Disguise was originally called Christine's Tune, right? Most people would know the song is Devil in Disguise because it says it over and over, you know. But it's the same song. So it's weird that they listed it as that. Then just on the inside here, it's kind of got a... excuse me. A lot of the... Just like the band member tree thing. Then lyrics. But yeah. It's got that. And... Let's see here. Doesn't have their cover of 6 Days on the Road, which is probably my favorite version of 6 Days on the Road. But like I say, I found this here. It's pretty rough shape. A few bucks. I've talked about Flying Burrito Brothers before in the video. We're talking about like some country music and shit. But anyways, next, another one of my favorite hair metal. I've actually got this on CD as well. Not cassette, but CD. Which a lot of like the hair metal stuff is way easier to fucking find, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I have some of it. Oh no, this one here's actually in the sleeve. Okay, so looks like the sleeve. I better pull this out. Part of the way, anyways. He's got the hand there, the claw, whatever. Yeah. Tooth and Nail by Dokken. I think it's like their 3rd record, maybe. It's pretty fucking good. It's my favorite one by them, like I say. And if you've made it this far into the video, this is one of, excuse me, 2 records that I've ever bought new. Let me set these up a little better. And whatever, I don't give a fuck. I didn't order it. I just found it at a record shop. Right? Black Veil Brides, Set the World on Fire. I think this record's pretty fucking good. I'll be honest with you guys. I've got their 3rd one, Wretched and Divine, on CD. Whenever I first heard that, I was like, damn, I'll be honest with you guys, this is what power metal should fucking sound like. And then lo and behold, power metal kind of started sounding like that. Whether if you want to admit it or not, power metal started getting, it's one of my favorite genres at this point, but it started getting good kind of in like the mid 2010s or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they were necessarily listening to Wretched and Divine, but that's the direction that I was hoping power metal should go, right? And they did. Of course, anything after that, I think Black Veil Bride sucks balls. But like, 2nd record, pretty good. 3rd one, I thought was really fucking good. 3rd one, I'd probably put top 30. You know, somewhere in there. 1st one's it's alright. But The second one here, though, like I said, I think it's pretty cool. I like how it's the fold. Let's see here. Sometimes I can't remember if they've got anything really special inside. I'll save that one for here in a minute because I got a little bit more to say about it. Found this at the flea market for a few bucks. I was like, hey, gotta pick it up. Fun fact, before Fallout 4, was it 4 or 76? I can't remember. Where he's doing the Wanderer stuff, you know. My grandpa, back in the day, in like the 60s, had a old car. I can't remember if it was his Ford Falcon or not. But, I don't know, did I get a back shot on it there a little bit? But he had an old car that he had painted the Wanderer on the trunk, like around on the back there and stuff. So, neat. Hank Williams, like Grand Ole Opry, with somebody's initials on it, presumably. But which I just now realized that all these are going to be like fucking backwards the way that the camera is. Right? Yeah, whatever. So, everybody likes a little bit of that. Now this one here, beat all to shit. Why do I have this Kenny Rogers one though? Because of one thing. See if you can see it there. Maybe not, I blocked the light. Just dropped in. Right? Now, even though that song, see, it's even coming out the fucking bottom, like I say, it's rough. Rough shape. That's why I try to keep it turned up like this. But I really like that song. Of course, that was whenever he was in the Edition or whatever, before he went solo. But I really love that song as far as the classic rock ones go. This one here was like something I bought just because I'm aware that it was a musical. And I bought it because I thought it looked kind of cool. But I'm aware of what it is. And it's one of those things like, it kind of fucking sucks. Right? I was like, this kind of, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not smarted up on all this stuff. I know this Weimar Republic shit now. I know that, like, after the fact. But I was like, alright, so this here is a kind of BDSM-y a little bit, right? So, yeah, I hear it's very glorifying the Weimar Republic, so I ain't gonna fuck with it. But it's in my collection. I bought it used junk. I thought it looked cool, but whatever. And now, lastly, the only one I ever bought new and offline. It's hard to pick a favorite record by them. It's probably this one. But, shit, it's starting to slip out. There it goes. Anyways, did have this in with it. The little lyric sheet. Yeah, I really like this though, and I've mentioned it in another video. Pretty sure I probably mentioned everything I've ever mentioned in other videos, right? So, but do have a tattoo inspired of those poor bastards. If you've ever seen they use like the Bible with bat wings thing. Now the reason I bought this one here, they actually having a sale. I mean, other than the fact that I really like it, it's having a big sale. It was something like 20 bucks, where you could get a record, a t-shirt, and the CD. So I've got the CD of this as well, because it came with it. And I got a t-shirt, so those poor bastards really fun good. So that's the record collection. Ain't got a whole lot, because, you know, it's what it is. However, though, at some point in life, soon. We plan on getting everything started this fall. But like I mentioned before, as in every fucking thing I say, my wife and I are going to be opening up a like small time like witchcraft supplies slash black metal record shop, and primarily black metal. I mean, if there's some good shit comes in there and stuff I want to stock, like yeah, you know, but it's going to be a passion project, right? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, with that being said, um, that's whenever I'm going to be like getting my collection, because like okay, all the fucking like batteries or something. Yeah, I'm gonna buy like 3 copies, 2 for the store, 1 for me, right? Till I kind of got my collection and stuff, you know. So, because here's the thing, I'm not one of those people. It's like, oh, you have to buy all this, excuse me, physical media shit all the time. It's like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something you really like, it makes sense why you want to get it and own it. Um, and mind you, guys, I haven't bought a record technically in 7, 8 years, right? Because I've just been on this grind set. Like I've not really bought a lot of things for pleasure, just for taking care of shit. Because I'm trying to get everything lined up where I'm completely like self-employed and I'm good to go by the time I hit 30, which we're en route to that and it's all happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things. Like I'm not like, oh, you have to buy all this and that, because I know some people spend all their fucking money on bullshit like this, and it's like, hey, but you know, I think it's cool to have a little collection though. I mean, I do prefer records as my favorite type of media, um, just because these things are big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And people's like, oh, it sounds better. Well, I don't think it necessarily sounds so much different. Because here's the thing, most people ain't got a good enough speakers for it to fucking matter, right? Um, but that being said, I do very much hate playing stuff like off of YouTube and this other stuff. And also, I like analog equipment more so. So I mean, I'm explaining why I do like records better than CDs, but CDs a lot more convenient. And whenever I was collecting, most of the time that was the technology of the time, right? But because I remember whenever people started liking records and shit again. But anyways, um, excuse me. I like whenever music is recorded with analog equipment, and then I really like whenever it's on like a more analog type of player and stuff, right? Because I've got these speakers over here. Let me just drag them over. Yeah, I'm in my PJs. Don't hate. See, here's my issue, right? I've got these here. I've got another one just like it over there. Okay. So I've got these speakers. I've yet to try them out. The reason being is because my record player, it is a newer one. It's also just kind of one of them. It's an Ion brand, ION. Came from Walmart like 10 years ago. I mean, it's chill. It will play. It's got like these little built-in speakers. You know, a lot of times I use it for like a radio. It's how I'd sit there and listen to the radio, rolling cigarettes in the morning in my old place and stuff. Um, but anyways, and I would tie the antenna because it's on like a little cord and it's got like a little metal ring on the end. So I had it tied up to the curtain rod. Because if you don't know, you can stick a radio antenna. I mean, if you wanted to, you could drill a little mini hole through your fucking ceiling up into the attic, and then touch your metal roof if you got like a metal roof. And then your whole roof becomes the antenna, so you'll be able to pick up like way more shit. Hell, you just tie it to a curtain rod or whatever. That's what I did whenever I was renting that trailer for a year. Tied to the curtain rod, I was able to pick up radio stations from several towns away. You know, just way of doing that. But anyways, point is though, is on the back of it, it's just got like those little AV cords that you plug in and out. And then this here is the old style, where you're supposed to use like them little clips and stuff, you know. So I'm pretty sure you can get adapters for these. Also, it's kind of some big fucky wire mess. I got these used. But I really do want to try these. The model is SS34R. And they're made by everybody's favorite vibrator brand. I'm assuming it's the same one, right? Hitachi. So, the guy gave me this, along with a 8-track player. Which I'll be honest with you guys, I just gave away the 8-track player a little while back. Part of me regrets it, but like, hopefully y'all didn't see my ass too bad. But anyways, part of me regrets it, but another part of me is like, there ain't nothing that I would fucking like to be on an 8-track. Because they was all cassettes by the time I started fucking with shit. Now, yeah, I mean, if we're going through like my records, it's like, oh, I might find me a fucking, I might be able to find this shit minus the waifus on 8-track and it'd be chill. You know what I'm saying? But like, here's the thing. Last time, even though I do like this, and I put on the song like on the, you know, just online, because it's not something I'm like, oh my God, I love, right? Probably the last time I listened to this record, I was drinking the, actually PBRs. There it is. And waving a gun around on camera. So, whatever. So, it's been a little bit. But point is, though, is, yeah, if you like something, you really like something, get it. But if it's something you're just kind of like, hey, you know, I like that, it's chill, you ain't got to fucking own it, no matter what anybody says. Also, you don't have to own anything. Because if you're like grind setting and trying to make life good for you, fuck it don't matter, guys. You know what I'm saying? Take care of that shit first. But hey, anyways, want to show off my record collection, and I guess, you know, part of me just talking about all this, trying to explain myself a little bit, even though at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. I do want to have a hell of a lot more of a collection, though. I like to have a good sizable collection, but it doesn't have to be crazy as shit. I'd love to have more stuff like this, just little weird ass 7 inches of shit I've never heard of. You know, hey, that's cool. You know, I like finding stuff like that, you know. But anyways, though, if you guys want to like hit me up, let me know what records you guys have, if you have any, and or if you don't, what you'd like to get at some point. You know, let's go talk about this shit. Also, I'm very interested in like kind of what kind of players people's got. You know, what you recommend speaker wise, like how do you guys fuck with this stuff, right? You know, I think that's interesting. Like, do you have like one of those CD changers used for your CDs? Some old boom box, you know, whatever. But let me know. Y'all take it easy.